Hello, you guys. So, in this problematic situation where we teachers are taking the online classes, and some of you are attending the classes, some of you are not, so I thought it would be better to make the online videos and to keep a record of that so that my class students and the other students in general may get help from this. So, I will be dealing with the class 7 social science. So under social science, I'll be dealing first book, that is geography, chapter 1, environment. So before getting into the chapter, we should actually understand the meaning of the title, which says environment. So what do we understand by the word environment? Environment is something which surround us, which is our surrounding, that means. So what is surrounded by us? Air is surrounded by us, yeah. So what do we see all around us? We see the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, and the land we live. So these all are our surroundings. So environment is something which provide life to us. So it is a basic life support system, right? So there are different key points to understand better about the environment. So there are different components of environment which we are going to study here. That is, the first and foremost important is natural environment. Now from the word, it is already suggesting you. Natural means nature. Now, what do we see in nature? Obviously, we see air, we feel air, right? Air, the water, the land, and the human beings, plants, animals. That all we see around nature. So, we are going to study under natural. The first is air. Air means atmosphere. So air comprises of a lot of gases, like what what gas we what comes in our mind when we talk about the atmosphere. It could be like oxygen, which we take in, which the human beings take. Then there's carbon dioxide, there's a hydrogen, there's a helium, a lot many gases which are present in atmosphere, and dust particles which we feel, which we see. So that's all comprises under the atmosphere. Now the second we'll be talking about water. Another component of natural environment is water. Water means hydrosphere. Now water is an essential vital component for the human beings, for everybody to survive on earth. Without water, the life is not possible. We cannot think about living a life without the existence of water, right? Then we'll be talking about the third component under the natural environment is land, lithosphere. That means, now what is land? Land is the upper surface of the earth, right? Now when the air, water, and land, when they together form, it becomes a biosphere. That means when all the atmosphere, hydrosphere, and land, when they interact with each other, it becomes a biosphere. When they interact with each other, when they interact with the human beings, it becomes a biosphere, right? So the first natural component is already done. Now second component of environment is the human made environment. Now from the word human made, that means this environment is made up by the humans. How human made the environment? Now the example could be the buildings, the parks, the bridges, the roads, or the industries. That means human beings are making these buildings, parks, industries, but they cannot make these things without the help of the natural environment. So the environment which is made up by the humans with the help of the natural environment, that means making the industry, we do require the land, we do require water, so we do require the natural sources to build up these industries, to build up these parks, roads. Understood? So second component comes the human made environment. Now we come up to the third environment, which is the human environment. Now what is a human environment? Now human environment is where we do require the skills. It tells us about the ability of human. Now it can be at individual level, it can be at the family level, at the community level, at the religion level, or at the political situation or economic situation. So it depends upon the ability of the human, how they are working, right? So another definition of environment could be, environment mean any place, people, things, and the nature which surround any living organism is called the environment. It could be any place, people, anything, or nature which is surrounding the living organism, which is surrounding the plants, animals, humans. This constitute the environment. Now natural could be, which you've already studied. Natural is air, water, land. From the natural word we understand air, water, land, human beings. So natural environment is categorized into biotic and abiotic. From the word bio means, bio is something which is living organisms. Living means living organism, plants, animals. So all the living organism comes under biotic component. All the non-living organism, all the non-living organisms, it comes under abiotic environment. That means air, water, land, it comes under the abiotic component, right? So abiotic component means physical factors, biotic means living organism. Okay, so now we would be coming to the, we have already talked about that atmosphere, lithosphere and hydrosphere. This brings up together and becomes a biosphere. So what is biosphere now? The plant and animal kingdom which together make biosphere or the living world. Now it is a narrow zone of the earth where land, water and air interact with each other to support the life. Now biosphere is what? This is a very narrow zone of the earth where all the three components, which is air, water, land, they interact with each other to support the life. Yes. Now we'll be coming to the ecosystem. Now ecosystem, it is made up of two words. It is a summation of two words, which is ecology and environment. Okay, so ecosystem is basically, this is a system. This is a system which is formed. How it is formed? It is formed by the interaction of different living organism with each other. That means interacting all the living organism with each other and with the physical, the chemical factors of the environment in which they live. So ecosystem is a system which is formed by the interaction of all the living organism with each other. This becomes a ecosystem when all the living organisms are interacting with each other and their life becoming possible. So that becomes a ecosystem. So under land, so land is what? It is a domain of the land, as we all know. It is a solid crust or the hard top layer of the earth, and it is made up of rocks and minerals which are covered by a very thin layer of soil. So it is a hard top layer of the earth which is made up of the rocks and the minerals and covered by a very thin, a basic thin layer of the soil. So it has different landforms which we see on land. It could be the mountains, plateaus, plains or valleys. Now we come to one question, that is, the man modifies his environment. Why? Okay, either you could keep writing the notes by stopping the video, or you could take a screenshot and write down later on. Okay, so give reason. The first is man modifies his environment. Why? Now the answer say the environment is our basic life support system. So we all agree with this. We cannot deny. Obviously, environment is a basic life support system because it is providing us the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, the land we living on, right? So to fulfill his needs, man build what? Man builds the home, the factories, and he keeps modifying the environment. That means he keep changing the environment for the betterment, for the improvement. So for food, shelter and agriculture, he cuts the forest and utilizes water. And due to the industrial revolution and technological advancement, man has used the fossil fuels. For what he has for what he is using the fossil fuels? For the industrial revolution, for the technological development, so that he can advance the technology, he can advance in industrial production. What he is doing, he is using the fossil fuels, he is using the resources such as the coal, petroleum, and he has invaded animal habitat for his own development. So that is why we say man modifies his environment. Why? This is the answer. Second question comes is the plants and animals depend on each other. Do you think plants and animals they depend on each other? And if they depend, why? So the answer here is plants and animals they are interdependent. They are interdependent on each other. Plants consume carbon dioxide and give oxygen to air and prepare the food. Thus, they are the producers. Now, animal consume what consume what they consume? Animal consume plants and plants products. So they absorb the oxygen and release the carbon dioxide for plants. The dead and the decaying animals they act as a nutrition to the plants. The dead and decaying animals act as a nutrition to the plants. So that is why it is the plants and